Let's talk about another kind of control statement called the switch function. The switch function is really just a compact way of evaluating if, and else statements when we need to change our action depending on a single value argument that can only take a small number of values. So basically the switch function is kind of a special case when you have a discrete set of values, and depending on this discrete set of values you want to decide what to do, then the switch argument might be an appropriate control statement for you. The switch function in R takes the following arguments. It takes an expression, which is just a single value that evaluates to a number or character string. And then in the ellipsis argument, the ... part of the function, you provide a list of what to do based on the value of your expression. So far, this probably doesn't make sense at all to you, and I really think the best way to understand the switch function is simply to do an example. So let's look at an example that uses the switch function in order to understand how it works. What we're going to do is we're going to create a function called sound that takes a single character value animal and returns the sound associated with that animal. So here's the function that we're creating. Notice that I'm creating my function sound. It takes the argument animal, and then in the open curly brace and closed curly brace for the switch function, for the sound function, I use the switch function. The switch function also takes the value of animal. If the value of animal is dog, then I want the switch function to return the value rough. If the value of animal is cat, I want to return the value meow. If the animal is a horse, I want to return the sound neigh. And you can see we go through all kinds of animals here. We go through frog, cow, duck, rooster, coyote, donkey, etc. But what if the value that is provided in animal doesn't match any of the animals that we know the sounds for, or at least describe in this function? Well, then this is sort of like the else part of an if-else if statement. And so the last part of my switch function here is we don't know what sound this animal makes. So that's the special case when none of the animal values equal dog, cat, horse, frog, cow, duck, rooster, coyote, or donkey. Let's run this code to create this function in R, and let's use this function. So I'm going to give it the value dog, and it returns the value rough. If I give it the value duck, we get the value quack. If we give the sound function goose, we don't know what sound that animal makes. So the function did work as we expected. And so this is just a very simple example of how to use a switch function to decide what to do based on a small set of predefined values that a single value argument takes.